The Negro and religion. The American Negro has adopted the white man's religion in most of his denominations and has added a few more of his own. This is a typical illustration of acculturation affected through the processes of imitation and inculcation. This shit is crazy. It's crazy for the simple fact that you can't blame nobody but yourself. Many of you are now attached to a cult or attached to cult-like activity, right? So here it is, you have a lot of these so-called blacks, whether they from America or not. They're here. They take on the white man's religion, which is also government religion, and they add their own bits and pieces to it, just like Christianity. Remember, the Hebrews claim they came out of Israel. They were saying Israel was the homeland. Now that, you have these people taking on the white man's religion, now you have people saying that Israel is here in America. Everything is America now. Ever since the American Indian descendants bloodline have now told the world that we know who we are and this is our home, now everybody want to try to undermine the American Indian. They're trying to undermine this, which is crazy, right? Which is crazy. But these same people who is trying to use the Bible to indoctrinate you, not the white man. The nigga has replaced the white man and now trying to indoctrinate you with the Bible. Ain't that crazy? They tell us we should fear the white man. But no, we shouldn't. Because it's our own people. You know that old saying? The closest one to you will do you and try to screw you, backstab you in the back and act like he never knew you. The closest ones to you will do you. And who's the closest one to you?
Check this out, homie. Damn, cuz, this spot's getting hot. I can't trust the paramedics or them crooked ass cops. The closest nigga to you will do you and try to screw you, backstab you in the back and act like he never knew you. And it could be the same nigga that switch, playing ball with minute, but he really is a bitch. Now watch out for the twist. Here come them niggas that was with you, but they out to get rich. But you thought them niggas would never do that until they came back strapped with the rat-a-tat-tats. And it always ends up fucked up. When the innocent die, it'll have your brain stuck. Say what? It'll have your brain stuck. Shit out of
the people that live in your community, your next door neighbor, right? Aren't those people of color for most of us? Right? Many, you know what, as crazy as it sounds, there's a lot of blacks in America who don't even live amongst whites or live near whites. Right? I'm going to be honest. Now in this lifetime, I do live near whites. I have white neighbors or whatnot, but there's many people, a majority of people who have this feeling of uncomfortability of living amongst whites or living near whites. So many people who believe that white people can't be trusted or white people will try to hang you and all this other shit, those people are only going by hearsay. And ain't no telling where they heard it from. You see where I'm going with this? How can a nigga who never lived amongst whites hate whites unless they was taught that through hateful niggas, through niggas who want people to be divided? You get where I'm going? Ain't that crazy to you? Well, check this out.
I just looked at my wrist, I got time today. Fuck it, I'm crossing the line today. The hate be so real, the love be fake. Be bumping they gums and bumping my tape. Don't go against me, they ask for my help. Go get out your feelings and get it yourself. Might got the same shoes, but you ain't gon' step. That shit that you just put out, you could've kept. Yup, she got a nigga, he got a shirt. Why? You can't compete when you can't compare. Period. She ate the dick through my underwear. Got up and got herself out of there. I see they put me on memes and things. Don't speak on my life without knowing the real. 8 figures a year, what it cost me to live. Don't hold it, just say what you feel. But watch your mouth before I fly at your bitch. To a place that she didn't know exist. Mediterranean water my wrist. Keeping them pissed how I'm talking my shit. 6-figure check for a show, man, I'm lit. Let's celebrate now, my bag legit. These niggas with me with whatever I'm with. Didn't know who did it, got everybody hit. Bitch, I don't like niggas, I don't like bitches, I don't like nobody. We can get gangster, we can keep it cordial. How you wanna go back? How you wanna do it? I don't backtrack, man, fuck that. I don't miss nobody, I don't miss nothing. Left it on scene, I ain't right back. I don't trust nobody. I just looked at my wrist, I got time today.
You know, it's truly unfortunate that hurt people hurts people. Once again, hurt people, and a lot of your people that live near you and that may look like you or similar to you are hurt. So since they don't live amongst whites and Asians and other types of people, they live near you. They live among you. So those hurt people are going to hurt you by all means necessary, in all different forms of hurt. See, hurting somebody is just not physically. It's mental as well too. So let me share this with you guys, because a lot of you guys are being told information that can harm you and your family, because these people harmed their families and themselves. We're going to start right here. Article 4, Section 2 and 3. All natives not citizens of the United States. All natives are not citizens of the United States. So this explains why a lot of natives don't have rights. This explains why a lot of natives can't get things done, right? You know, they don't have a political voice. It goes on to say, we're right here, the descendants of the Aborigine, and those of African origin are not entitled to the rights of citizens. But see, I can't keep telling you guys that we're not Aborigines, we're not Aboriginals. A lot of y'all will have to learn the hard way, and I'm going to keep saying it. I am pro-slavery. I'm pro-slavery because if somebody is giving you truth and the laws to support you being an American Indian, and you decide to go against that, that's okay. Because whatever hardship that comes with you making that decision to put yourself and your family in a bad situation is on you. So I support slavery. Just like any other person. Slavery is a choice. Kanye said it. Slavery is a choice.
Right to the video to show you. Have a look.
When you hear about slavery for 400 years, that sounds like a choice. Like, you was there for 400 years and it's all of y'all? You know, like, it's like we're mentally in prison. I like the word prison because slavery goes.
But once again, we're right here. Look at the screen. Take a screenshot. See, they have these laws as hidden and they have rewritten things for the public, but privately kept the real laws, which is not cool. You know, that's misinforming people. But we're going to read this, right? The descendants of the Aborigines and those of African origin are not entitled to the rights of citizens. So you don't have no rights when you claim to be Aborigine or Aboriginal. And these people that are calling you Aborigines and Aboriginals, they know that. Because they're hurt. Once again, hurt people hurt people. You know, and for those who are spreading the truth, they want to call people such as myself snitches and working with the police. But the only people working with the police is the people who are trying to take your rights away. And I can't even say that's working with the police. You know, they just on some whole other terrorism. You know, it's crazy and it's sick how someone could want to take your rights away. And just because they're in a bad situation, they want you to be in a bad situation, right? But let's continue on. Anterior to the adoption of the Constitution of the United States, each state had the right to make citizens of such persons as it pleased. That Constitution does not authorize any white persons to become citizens of the United States. Once again, that Constitution does not authorize any but white persons to become citizens of the United States. Now, I told you guys plenty of times. Look, you know, once you get your family records and you know what tribe you come from, look into your family or your tribal's language so you can learn more about what a white person is, because many American Indians were classified as white, not as skin. Once again, not as skin. So let's get that, you know, out of the way. But I wanted to share that with you guys because it's mighty funny that these people don't want you to claim your tribe, your family's tribe, but they want you to claim Aborigine and Aboriginal. But we're going to go further into detail. All right, so this is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to go to United States Patent and Trademark Office online website. It's on my screen. You can write it down. You can look in the search bar, write this down, and go to this right now. So when you go to the United States Patent and Trademark Office, you then want to go here, basic word mark search. After you do so, let me go back. All right, let me refresh. Let's see if it'll work now. Okay, it works now. So after I refreshed, I went back, I done it. So now let's put in the term Aboriginal, right? Let's see what pops up. Okay, so a list of names for Aboriginals pop up now. This is not, you seen what Aboriginal, what it says about Aborigines in law, right? It says Aborigines and Africans are not citizens or can't have rights of citizens, the same rights as citizens, excuse me. But also, since these people know that you really can't use Aboriginal, what they do is they create businesses. They trademark these names, Amaru Khan Aboriginals, right? You see this? This is what they do. They try to make it a brand, as you can see right here, Aboriginal, the brand. So what we're gonna do, we see Amaru Khan Aboriginals. It's alive, right? So let's click on it. Let's see what is this. So right here, Amaru Khan Aboriginals, all it does is talk about selling clothing and apparel and ponchos, pants, hoodies. You know, so the more people they get to talk about Aboriginal, these names can gain traction. You know, so you might hear some people online talking about the Amaru Khans, Aboriginals, and the shit is not real. It's not real, right? So let's go here. Aboriginal gold. This sounds like jewelry. Skin moisture, skin toners. Okay. The original Aboriginal, right? This person sells jewelry. So what they're using is they know that when you're dealing with a government name and a real tribal people, you can't trademark that. But when you're dealing with things that's not real, such as Aboriginal and Aborigine, then you can trademark those names and make it appear like it's real, like what they're doing online. You know, everything is Aboriginal this and Aboriginal that, but it's only to get people to believe in it, to believe in this stuff, and, you know, believe in the religion of it, right? I'm trying to find, let me try to find this Aboriginal religion so I can show y'all what I'm talking about. Aboriginal, right? See, this is how deep and wicked this shit is. So this is Aboriginal. Evangelistic ministerial services that administers to the temporal and spiritual needs of followers. Followers, right? Spiritual needs of followers. It's like a religion, like I told you guys. So when you go to, like these people telling you online, just put, you know, on your paperwork, Aboriginal, indigenous, and, you know, they want you to put all these different names. And if you go to court, you will simply lose. you will lose. If you try to get land, you will lose. If you try to do anything under the name Aboriginal, you are just a product of a slave, of a follower. You're in a cult. You know, but I had to go in depth and show you guys that ain't nobody hating on these people. Ain't nobody hating on these people at all. These people could continue to preach Aboriginal this and Aboriginal that, but it is up to me and others like me to give you the truth at least. That way, your fate is put into your hands and you can make the proper choice for you. Because like I said, if you want to choose to be an Aboriginal, fine, that's on you. But I simply would really want everyone to go with their family lineage, get their family records, and take that next step in life. Be great. You know, be great. You know what? Instead of closing out, let me show you guys something else. I was going to pretty much try to wait until the next video, but fuck it. We here now, right? So what I'll do is, give me some time right now. I'm going to play a song real quick. Give me some time and get everything together, and I will come back in just a couple minutes.
Listen, when it comes to these hoes, I'm like Tristan. But listen, when it comes to the gang, I'm like a Christian. Praise the guys who was here before my existence, who kept it gangster, that's cold as my commitment. And with that comes cause and conditions, legitimate reason to murder ops while they slipping. Over a bitch, she left a homie I commissioned, and we seen it all on tape, now we tripping. This is what you sliding for, this is what you signed up for. Get snitched on and hit with life is what you signed up for. Fuck that, rewind it, switch the vibings, boy. Turn the block into fashion, I'm a designer, boy. They rather see you fucked up down bad when you finally overcame the shit that had you down bad. Imagine it, real life if it sound bad. The silver lining running through my black plaid. My nigga gotta drink to this. My niggas gotta drink to this. Pull me up. Fuck that, gotta drink to this. Fuck that, gotta drink to this. I said pull me up. My nigga have a drink to this. My nigga have a drink to this. Let me get another shot. Fuck that, gotta drink to this. Fuck that, gotta drink to this. Alright, I'm done. You was my boy, you had to be. Starving for greatness, we had to eat. You was my boy, we was in the streets. Then you made it and turned in the street. I'm emotional, I don't know how to cope with folks who shady note, call me bro but play me close. It's crazy though when I start blaming folks who proof for they foul play, they never claim it though. Respect laws, we checking all bitch niggas off the list this year, he checked off. Gotta show him what neglect costs. Brotherly love, this is pep talk. I was there for you, I was there for you. Broke your bro heart, he really cared for you. You probably got some shit to say about me too, but switching up on gang, I wasn't there to do. My nigga gotta drink to this. My niggas gotta drink to this. I am fucked up. Fuck that, gotta drink to this. Fuck that, gotta drink to this. My nigga have a drink to this. My nigga have a drink to this. Nigga, I'm drunk. Fuck that, gotta drink to this. Fuck that, gotta drink to this. Fuck this shit, I'm done.
Okay, so the next step I want you guys to do is scroll over to Europe. But before you do, let me let you guys know. If you hear drilling in the background, if it's loud, we're getting the house upgraded and shit, so that's just what it is. But try to tune out the noise. I hope the noise is not bothering y'all. Anyways, like I was saying, so we're gonna click on Europe. Right? That's all the United States is. You know, the United States just a blanketed term for the separated states. The same thing applies when you deal with Europe. But the only thing about Europe is there's nothing ancient about Europe. Now, when they put Europe as a blanketed term over French or France, well, we all know that the French was here in the United States. French/France was here in the United States first. Who created it? Indians. Indians had kings and warriors. So when they talking about European kings and this and this and that, you got to remember the Europeans that terminology is new. The word European was just put on to these groups, these different states in the 1800s. So as you can see, France. Then you have to read it in French. You see, all the way down up until there's other languages here as well too. Lavian, Lavia, Lavian, right? So the country or the state, Lavia, and in its language right here is Lavian. So we could scroll down, then you have Finnish. So there's so many different states that was under the term Europe. So when they talk about Europe, Europe is a new word, but what's underneath Europe, it has more of a history. So like I said, France, the French. Indians created France and the French. Where was the French? In the South, right? With who? What Indians were the French near? What Indians created the French? You have to look at all that, right? You know, just like that picture I had put up of, the Inca kings. But then soon as the Europeans come in and try to take somebody's place and replace them and, sweep their history underneath the rug, the same thing is happening here. The same thing is happening around the world. But what's going on is you have these niggas online pushing these lies that suppress the original people of the earth. It suppresses the tribes of the earth down. It suppresses them. Keeping the lie going instead of taking your time and investigating into the subject. Now you got everybody dumb saying, I'm a European. I'm a black European. There's no such thing as white Europeans, but I'm a European. That's like somebody saying, I'm the United States. I'm the United States Kings. It don't make sense. So the next time somebody talk about Europe this, European that, they better be able to read these different languages, because these people who's living in France or in the French has a connection to the American Indian, and they didn't call themselves Europeans. And then I challenge people who talk about they're European. Well, where did the name European come from? Because that's an English name. What languages do the Europeans speak? English, right? So that lets you know that Europe is not ancient. And all these people are going to say, well, English, was created by the Phoenicians or, Aramaic. And I would just say, and shut the fuck up. Prove it. Right now, it's just a whole bunch of lies going on as if people know what they talking about, as if they just got the information and they just dumb. They having everybody else look dumb. Just dumb. But anyways, getting back to this whole European thing, right? Europe. So they have Denmark, England, Wales. They have a lot of these areas listed as up under Europe. But see, look at New York. See, you take the time, figure out why did they put European on certain stuff. You got to take your time to understand what's going on. And you got to be able to speak more than just English. You have to. Because none of these people called themselves European. We're on page 2. Now, I'm not going to scroll through everything. I want you guys to take your time and go through what is so-called classified as Europe or European. Then you will see that there is no European king. There's no such thing. Now, there's a such thing as a French or a king of France. You have those type of things like that. But that was already established before the term European or Europe was applied to what is France or French or any other, state. Period. But anyways, man, I hope I shed light on some things. I'm gonna put out another video too about Pan-Africanism, but about Europeanism too, and how. Well, I'm not gonna even give up that. I'm gonna just drop it when I drop it, But y'all be safe. Y'all stay dangerous. Keep your head up and keep grinding. Till then, gone.